The Force is about a woman named Sarah who her twin sister goes missing in the Kikuhara forest in Japan, and she goes in search for her, and bad stuff happens. From the first moment that you meet Sarah, you sort of get the idea that she's got her life together, everything's perfect. She's got everything figured out, and she's really going just to search for her missing sister. But as the film progresses, you start to see, maybe something's not quite right with Sarah. She understood that it's an incredibly complex role. There's a lot of different sort of layers to the character, and additionally, it's a very physically demanding role. She's running around in a forest. It's a lot of physical damage that her character takes on, and then on top of that, she had to play a twin. So she just was a fantastic. She just brought that character to life. He's a guy that's just a very easygoing guy that, you easily want to relate to and follow into this forest because, when Sarah meets him, instantly they sort of have a bit of a connection, and then she follows him blindly into the forest. The forest is absolutely a character in the movie. It's our bad guy. Most movies have a physical bad guy. We have an actual forest, a living, breathing forest as our bad guy. But the fact that that it's a real place was what really attracted me to the project. The more research I did on the forest, I just became infatuated with the fact that there's this real place that people have gone for hundreds of years to commit suicide. It's one of those rides that I wanted people to go on and not know where they were going. You weren't sure if we're going right, you weren't sure if we're going left, you weren't sure of if character was good or bad. And to me, that's when I have the most fun in a movie theater. We all go to movies to escape. And there's something about going to a film like this and really being kind of on the edge of your seat and tense from the first frames. But I think, the way that we designed it wasn't until about, probably about half the movie where it just, you get on that ride and we're not going to let you off until the very last frame of the film. There's something about the forest that has prevented hundreds of people from getting out of the forest. Compasses don't work and cell phones don't work. And when you're in the forest, your sense of direction is really thrown off. You don't know which way is which. So there's probably a lot of people who've gone there potentially maybe seeking attention or not wanting to commit suicide that have eventually died in the forest because they can't find their way out. And one of the really interesting things is the forest is not that big. It's actually pretty small in the big scheme of things. So it should be technically possible to find your way out of this forest, but a lot of people don't.